just have to remember who we are, for God's sake. We're the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity to get done.
All right. It's a short time ago, President Biden making some comments in central New York. He's touting this investment from the White House in what will be soon the nation's largest semiconductor manufacturing complex. That's what today's event was about. They're set to contribute more than $6 billion, trying to help the computer chip maker Micron Technology build a pair of factories that will produce advanced memory chips. This will start in 2028, and the president says the project, boosted by the Chips and Science Act, will create about 70,000 jobs. Okay, so that was today. And it comes as also today the Biden administration is rolling out these fresh environmental rules that will essentially force power plants to eliminate the pollution they release into the air or be faced with the prospect of having to close down if they don't. New EPA regulations require power plants that plan to operate beyond 2023 to just cut or to capture 90% of their carbon emissions by 2032. Now, there's expected to be legal challenges to this. We want to talk about it for a moment with Zaidi, who's the assistant to the president, also leader of the White House Climate Policy Office. Thank you for joining us, sir, from the White House today. Coal power or coal executives, for the most part, are coming out and saying, you know, we can't meet this. So the real goal here is to kind of shut our industry down. Is that what's happening? Or?
No, the real goal here is to make sure that we take pollution out of the sky so folks can breathe easier, so that we can tackle the climate crisis. And we can do it at the same time as growing our economy and delivering cheap and affordable and reliable energy to more and more Americans.
It will mean a shift, right, in a lot of people's jobs and a lot of industries, and coal would be one of them. Is that fair? Is that a fair way to put it, that there's going to be a real shift in the economy over the next number of years?
You know, what we've been seeing over the last several decades and accelerating is a shift to cleaner energy. Today, almost 70 million homes worth of clean electricity is generated on our grid from sources like nuclear power, hydropower, geothermal, solar, wind, batteries. And as you look at the projections for this year, for 2024, not some year far in the future, 96% of the new power that will be built this year will be clean. So I think that's where the economy is today. That's where the global economy has been racing. And finally, thanks to President Biden's leadership, we are positioned to lead in that global economy.
Now, I've seen reports in recent weeks that maybe the next step from the White House might be to declare what's called a climate emergency. There have been reports that you might go down that path. I believe it's been discussed in the past, but then you'd be talking about, you know, something that might really hurt the domestic oil industry if you had to cut exports or suspend offshore drilling, things like that. Is that on the table right now? Is that being talked about at the White House?
You know, I won't engage in hypotheticals. What I will say is we look at every single tool that we've got to take on this climate crisis and unlock the economic opportunity that's embedded in taking on the crisis for the American people. The president's been unafraid to use his emergency authority in the past. For example, he used it to leverage the Defense Production Act, an emergency tool to boost solar manufacturing and manufacturing of heat pumps here in the United States. We'll continue to use all the tools at our disposal to grow the U.S. economy and cut our emissions.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the reason I ask about that, because as you know, we had the economic numbers today. We'll talk in detail about them later in the hour, the GDP figures. Sure, the economy's still growing, but that was a slower than expected quarter last quarter in terms of the growth rate, right? So it's interesting if you look, and I know you guys don't talk about this a lot, but there's been kind of record oil production, for example, under the Biden administration. There's been a lot of domestic oil production. It's not advertised necessarily, but it's there. I'm just wondering if you go in this direction, climate emergency, things like that, if it's a net negative for the economy at a time like this.
No, look, I think what we've been focused on is putting our economy on a sturdier foundation and moving more quickly. If you compare the United States to other countries, the 7 biggest economies in the world, we've seen growth that leads the pack. More and more, the United States become a magnet for private investment in the technologies of the future. So that's our focus. It's not about slowing anybody down. It's about how do we speed up to a stronger economy, a more durable economy, and one that frankly puts less pollution into the sky. We can do all of those things at once.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.